There is something in you that knows, even if you've never put words to it, never claimed it, never dared to believe it. There's a power inside you that has been waiting, not to be found, but to be remembered. You may think you're here to learn what your spiritual gift is, but let me tell you a deeper truth. You are here to wake up to what has always been yours. You don't need permission. You don't need a sign in the sky. You only need to see yourself as you truly are, and everything else will fall into place. If you've ever felt ordinary, overlooked, or uncertain about your purpose, this is your moment. Not because something new is about to be given to you, but because you're finally ready to claim what has always been within. Your spiritual gift is what you feel most alive imagining. But you do not find your spiritual gift by effort. You do not uncover it through personality tests, titles, or external confirmations. Your gift reveals itself in the silence when your mind is still and your imagination is free to roam. It is not something you manufacture. It is something you remember in the quiet corridors of your being. Think for a moment. What image comes to you again and again, unprovoked, unsummoned, yet burning with vivid aliveness? What scene do you replay in your mind, not out of duty, but out of pure joy? Is it speaking, healing, teaching, building, comforting? Is it leading others out of darkness? Is it creating beauty that causes people to feel more human? That persistent vision felt with warmth, intensity, and intimacy is not a fantasy. It is your soul whispering your original assignment. Many people dismiss their deepest imaginings as daydreams. But the truth is, what you imagine with feeling is the blueprint of your spiritual identity. That secret desire you return to when no one is watching is not separate from you. It is you. It's not asking to be proven. It's asking to be assumed. Let us go deeper. The spiritual gift you carry will always draw life from the invisible realm before it ever shows itself in the visible. So if you wait for others to validate it, you will miss the doorway. Instead, turn inward. When you imagine yourself using this gift, and you feel a thrill that no physical evidence can explain, that is the language of your spirit telling you, this is real. Every true gift feels familiar the moment you begin to express it. Not because you learned it, but because you remembered it. You already are the one you hope to become. The gift is not outside you waiting to be given. It's encoded within your being, waiting for your recognition. If you don't know your spiritual gift yet, don't panic. Don't seek it out in the noise of the world. Instead, become still. Observe what arises when you are relaxed, undistracted, and honest. What feels alive? What feels light? What feels like you could do it for eternity and still never be tired? That is the spark. That is the seed. And here's the paradox. The more you imagine yourself operating from this gift as if it were already fully active, the more quickly it begins to shape your outer life. Circumstances, people, and opportunities begin to echo your inner acceptance. The moment you feel yourself in possession of the gift, the outer world rushes to meet your conviction. You don't need to force it. You don't even need to understand it fully. Just begin with what makes you feel most alive when you imagine it. Because what enlivens your imagination empowers your destiny. Your spiritual gift is not hidden. It's simply waiting for you to believe it into being. Assume the identity of the gifted you. You're not here to chase your spiritual gift. You are here to embody it. The one who searches endlessly, doubting and questioning, is not the one who will awaken it. Only when you take your place as the one who already is, does the gift rise to meet you. Assumption is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. It is not wishful thinking. It is creation in its purest form. Close your eyes for a moment, not to escape reality, but to create it. In that sacred inner space, imagine the version of you who already knows their spiritual gift, who walks in it naturally, effortlessly, with deep peace and quiet power. What do they feel like? What do they do when they wake in the morning? How do they speak? How do they carry themselves? Now, without needing permission from the world, assume their identity. Live as though that version of you is already real, because in the only place it matters, the inner realm of consciousness, it already is. The outer world is a reflection, not a cause. It must catch up to your self-concept. Change your self-concept, and you change the script of your life. You cannot express a gift you're still denying. You cannot embody power while calling yourself powerless. The law of consciousness is precise. You become what you accept as true about yourself. If you claim, I don't know my gift, then you must continue to live out that truth. But if instead you declare, I am one who knows, I am one who walks in my divine power, then the gift begins to express itself without resistance. Don't wait until you feel qualified. Don't wait until someone validates your gift. When you walk into a room with the feeling that you already carry something sacred, the room begins to rearrange itself to that vibration. People respond to your assumption more than your words. Life obeys the posture of your being. Assuming the identity of the gifted you is not about pretending, it is about remembering that you are not trying to become something new. You are returning to what you've always been, beneath the noise, the fear, the false stories. This is why the act of imagination is so vital. Every time you close your eyes and feel the reality of being the version of you who fully lives your spiritual gift, you are making a creative decree. You are impressing that truth onto the canvas of consciousness, and soon the outer world must mirror it back. The moment you no longer ask when it will come, but simply live as if it already has, your world will shift. People, experiences, and even chance encounters will begin to reflect your internal elevation. Not because you forced them, but because you finally became the version of you that your gift was always waiting for. So step into the role, not with effort, but with certainty. Assume it, live it, speak from it, and watch what once seemed distant become your natural state of being. The secret place of the Most High is your own consciousness. You've been taught to look outside, to wait for signs, to chase confirmations, to be guided by what the world shows you. But the great mystery has always been this: the most sacred place you can ever enter is already within you. It is not a church, not a temple, not a holy mountain. The secret place of the Most High is your own consciousness. It is in the stillness behind your thoughts that all truth is spoken. It is there that your spiritual gift is revealed, not through noise, but through knowing, not from the lips of others, but from the voice within that whispers, I am. Most people walk through life unaware of the power within them. They search the outer world for what only the inner world can give. But everything external is temporary. It shifts and breaks. Only your inner state endures, and it is from that inner state that your entire life is projected. You are not a passive receiver, you are the projector. When you enter the secret place, when you close your eyes, silence the world, and dwell in the feeling of who you truly are, you step into the creative chamber of God. Not a God out there in the sky, but the divine presence within you that shapes all reality according to your inner assumptions. Your spiritual gift doesn't come from learning more, it comes from being more still. It doesn't arrive through striving, it emerges through surrender. The answers do not live in the world of opinion, competition, or comparison. They live in the secret place, where you commune with the infinite without speaking a word. And what is this place? Really, it is the realm of pure being, where imagination becomes prayer and feeling becomes prophecy. Every time you imagine yourself in possession of your gift, every time you feel the peace, the joy, the wholeness of that identity, you are speaking in the language of the Most High. You are saying, let it be so. You must guard that secret place. You must return to it daily, not because it is far from you, but because the world is loud and will always try to pull you back into forgetfulness. But when you dwell consistently in your own awareness, when you remember that what you feel inwardly is far more real than what you see outwardly, then the invisible begins to solidify into form. This is why your spiritual gift is not discovered in the world's approval, but in your own inner resonance. You feel it long before you ever see it. And when you nurture that feeling in silence, when you carry it like a secret between you and the divine within, the world can't help but echo it back. Go within, close the outer eye, let the inner one open. There, in the silence of your own consciousness, the gift awaits, not as something new, but as something eternal. You are the secret place. You are the Most High made manifest. The world mirrors what you believe about yourself. There is no outer world separate from the inner man. What you call reality is nothing more than your self-concept made visible. It is not neutral. It does not act independently of your consciousness. The world, with all its people, places, and events, mirrors back to you the beliefs you hold most deeply about yourself. And here lies the key to unlocking your spiritual gift. You may think your gift is hidden. You may believe you haven't found it yet. But pause and ask, is that really true? Or is it simply a belief you've accepted? A belief that says, I'm still searching. I'm not ready. I'm not enough. Understand this. Whatever you consistently believe, the world reflects. If you believe you are without direction, life will become a maze. If you believe you are called, gifted, and guided, the path will begin to form under your feet. You cannot experience what you will not first assume to be true, not intellectually, but emotionally, deeply, inwardly, personally. The world cannot show you what you refuse to see within. It will only echo your internal state. This is not punishment. It is not judgment. It is law. The law of consciousness is simple. You are always becoming your own assumptions. When you say, I am unsure, I am waiting, I am not ready, you are not describing life. You are creating it. And life, being faithful to your decree, will keep you in that state. But here is the great secret. You can change the mirror by changing the image it reflects. You do not have to beg, chase, or fight. You simply have to see yourself differently. You must begin to believe the higher truth that you are already what you seek to become. Don't wait for proof. The proof comes after the belief, not before. The word is a delayed echo of your inner conviction. Speak to yourself now, not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. I am already the one who carries this gift. I am already aligned with my purpose. I am already equipped. Say it until you feel it. And once you feel it, the mirror must change. Think of a mirror in a room. If you frown, it frowns back. If you smile, it smiles. But what if you tried to change the mirror before changing your expression? You could spend a lifetime rearranging the reflection and never change the root cause. The same is true of life. Stop working on the reflection. Work on the source, your self-concept. Change what you believe about you, and the world must follow. This is why those who walk in their spiritual gifts seem magnetic, peaceful, even miraculous. It's not because they have something you don't. It's because they believe something you haven't yet dared to believe. They are not hoping to be powerful. They have assumed they already are. And so life cooperates with that identity. There is no outside authority more powerful than your own consciousness. People may confirm your gift, but only after you've confirmed it within. They are not leaders of your story. They are characters responding to the role you've chosen to play. So ask yourself, who have you been being? What story have you told about yourself silently, daily, without question? Because that story is not private, it is public. Life has been broadcasting it back to you in every relationship, every result, every repeated pattern. And now the invitation is clear. Change the story. Now, you don't need to fix the outer world. You need to revise the inner script. And you do that not through effort, but through assumption. Assume the feeling of already walking in your gift. Assume the joy of knowing it, the clarity of expressing it, the confidence of standing in it. Then watch, quietly, patiently, faithfully, as life reorganizes itself around your new conviction. This is the true awakening. Not that something out there changes, but that you realize everything out there has always been listening to you. The moment you believe you are gifted, your gift begins to move. The moment you see yourself as chosen, the path clears. So stop asking, when will it happen? And instead declare, it has already begun. The mirror does not lie. It only reflects. Change your self-perception, and the world cannot help but echo it. Your gift is waiting, not for approval, but for your belief. Feeling is the gateway to revelation. If thought is the seed, then feeling is the water. It is not enough to know your gift intellectually. You must feel it into life. For in this world, nothing manifests without emotion. Feeling is the gateway to revelation. It is a bridge between what is invisible and what becomes real. You can speak affirmations all day long. You can visualize yourself standing on a stage, healing others, creating beauty, or leading with wisdom. But until your feelings align with your thoughts, there is no power. The truth you want to live must first be felt within the body, like it is already here. Only then can it become flesh. Why is this? Because you are not a machine. You are not a robot executing logic. You are a divine being. And your world does not respond to your words, it responds to your vibration. And your vibration is shaped by your feelings. When you feel something deeply, joy, certainty, peace, gratitude, you become magnetic. You activate the law of correspondence. What is within begins to take shape without. This is why your spiritual gift reveals itself in moments of high emotional alignment. That's when clarity comes. That's when the voice within speaks. And that's when the outer world starts to shift around you. You don't need to struggle to figure out your gift. Just feel your way into it. Imagine this. You close your eyes and see yourself fully living in your calling. You are calm, certain, whole. You are helping, creating, inspiring, not someday, but now. Feel it in your chest. Feel it in your breath. Let the emotion rise, not the emotion of wanting, but the emotion of having. The moment you move from I wish to I feel, the gift moves from concept to experience. There is a sacred difference between wishing for something and assuming it's already yours. Wishing keeps it distant. It says maybe one day, but feeling collapses time. Feeling says it is already done. And in that moment, your consciousness opens a door. That door is the gateway of revelation. It is how the unseen becomes seen. The mistake people often make is waiting for physical evidence before allowing themselves to feel the truth. But that's backwards. The feeling must come first. You don't wait for the healing to feel whole. You feel whole and the healing follows. You don't wait to be successful to feel confident. You feel confident, and success answers that frequency. When you choose a feeling before the facts, you align with a higher law, a spiritual law. You rise above circumstance and begin to create from cause, not effect. And that's where your gift lives, not in the outer world, but in the inner certainty that it already is. You may say, but I don't feel anything yet. Then begin gently. Start with the feeling of willingness. Be willing to feel it. Be willing to imagine. Be willing to believe that something more lives inside you. As you practice this daily, calmly, honestly, you'll begin to access deeper emotions. And those emotions will become the voice of your soul. Feeling is not a mood. It is a decision to enter a state of being. You choose to feel your gift into expression. And when you hold that feeling, even for a moment, everything begins to rearrange. People, places, resources, and inspiration begin to rise to meet your inner state. This is why gratitude is so powerful. Not gratitude for what you already have, but gratitude for what you have already received in consciousness. When you can thank life for the gift before it appears, you show life that you already believe. That belief, felt emotionally, causes the gift to manifest faster than effort ever could. Remember, feeling is not weak, it is not passive. It is the strongest creative force in existence. It shapes worlds, heals bodies, awakens gifts, and rewrites stories. You were never meant to live from thought alone. You were meant to feel your way back to truth. Your gift has always been with you. It only needed your permission to be felt. So feel it now, not tomorrow, not later. Now, feel the joy of being useful. Feel the peace of knowing who you are. Feel the power of expressing something eternal. That feeling is the key. That feeling is the fire. That feeling is the gateway. When once you step through it, you will never be the same.